The Hawaiian Islands are an archipelago of 8 major islands, several atolls, numerous smaller islets, and undersea seamounts in the North Pacific Ocean, extending some 1,500 miles from the island of Hawaiʻi in the south to northernmost Kure Atoll. Formerly the group was known to Europeans and Americans as the Sandwich Islands, a name chosen by James Cook in honor of the then First Lord of the Admiralty John Montagu, 4th Earl of Sandwich. The contemporary name is derived from the name of the main island, Hawaii Island, as a pars pro toto. The U.S. state of Hawaii occupies the archipelago almost in its entirety, with the sole exception of Midway Island, which is instead an unincorporated territory within the United States' minor outlying islands. The Hawaiian Islands are the exposed peaks of a great undersea mountain range known as the Hawaiian Emperor Seamount Chain, formed by volcanic activity over a hot spot in the Earth's mantle. The islands are about 1,860 miles from the nearest continent. Islands and reefs. Captain James Cook visited the islands on January 18, 1778 and named them the Sandwich Islands in honor of John Montagu, 4th Earl of Sandwich, who was one of his sponsors as the First Lord of the Admiralty. This name was in use until the 1840s, when the local name Hawaii gradually began to take precedence. The Hawaiian Islands have a total land area of 6,423.4 square miles. Except for Midway, which is an unincorporated territory of the United States, these islands and islets are administered as the state of Hawaii, the 50th state of the United States of America. Main islands. The 8 main islands of Hawaii are listed here. All except Kaho'olo are inhabited. Smaller islands, atolls, reefs, smaller islands, atolls, and reefs form the Northwestern Hawaiian Islands, or Hawaiian Leeward Islands, Niho, Necker, French Frigate Shoals, Gardner Pinnacles, Maro Reef, Lausanne, Lzionski Island, Pearl and Hermes Atoll, Midway Atoll, Kure Atoll, islets. The state of Hawaii counts 137 islands in the Hawaiian chain. This number includes all minor islands and islets offshore of the main islands and individual islets in each atoll. These are just a few: Ford Island, Lihua, Kaiula, Kauakaiapu, Ma'anana, Ma'akali Rock, Naumokulua, Molokini, Mokolii, Mokumanu, Mokuola, Mokuoloi, Sand Island, Grass Island. Geology. The chain of islands or archipelago formed as the Pacific Plate moved slowly northwestward over a hot spot in the Earth's mantle at about 32 miles per million years. Hence the islands in the northwest of the archipelago are older and typically smaller, due to longer exposure to erosion. The age of the archipelago has been estimated using potassium argon dating methods. From this study and others, it is estimated that the northwesternmost island, the Kure Atoll, is the oldest at approximately 28 million years. While the southeasternmost island, Hawaiʻi, is approximately 0.4 ma. The only active volcanism in the last 200 years has been on the southeastern island, Hawaiʻi, and on the submerged but growing volcano at the extreme southeast, Loei. The Hawaiian Volcano Observatory of the U.S. Geological Survey documents recent volcanic activity and provides images and interpretations of the volcanism. Almost all magma formed in the hotspot has the composition of basalt, and so the Hawaiian volcanoes are constructed almost entirely of this igneous rock. There is very little coarser-grained, gabbro and diabase. Nephelinite does occur on the islands but is extremely rare. The majority of eruptions in Hawaii are Hawaiian-type eruptions because basaltic magma is relatively fluid compared with magmas typically involved in more explosive eruptions, such as the andesitic magmas that produce some of the spectacular and dangerous eruptions around the margins of the Pacific Basin. Hawaii Island is the biggest and youngest island in the chain, built from 5 volcanoes. Mauna Loa, taking up over half of the Big Island, is the largest shield volcano on the Earth. The measurement from sea level to summit is more than 2.5 miles, from sea level to sea floor about 3.1 miles. Earthquakes. The Hawaiian Islands have many earthquakes, generally caused by volcanic activity. Most of the early earthquake monitoring took place in Hilo, by missionaries Titus Cone, Sarah J. Lyman and her family. From 1833 to 1896, approximately 4 or 5 earthquakes were reported per year. Hawaii accounted for 7.3% of the United States reported earthquakes with a magnitude 3.5 or greater from 1974 to 2003, with a total 1,533 earthquakes. Hawaii ranked as the state with the third most earthquakes over this time period, after Alaska and California. On Sunday, October 15, 2006, there was an earthquake with a magnitude of 6.7 off the northwest coast of the island of Hawaii, near the Kona area of the Big Island. The initial earthquake was followed approximately 5 minutes later by a magnitude 5.7 aftershock. Minor to moderate damage was reported on most of the Big Island. Several major roadways became impassable from rock slides, and effects were felt as far away as Honolulu, Oahu, nearly 150 miles from the epicenter. Power outages lasted for several hours to days. Several water mains ruptured. No deaths or life-threatening injuries were reported. Earthquakes are monitored by the Hawaiian Volcano Observatory run by the USGS. Tsunamis. The Hawaiian Islands are subject to tsunamis, great waves that strike the shore. Tsunamis are most often caused by earthquakes somewhere in the Pacific. The waves produced by the earthquakes travel at speeds of 400 to 500 miles per hour and can affect coastal regions thousands of miles away. Tsunamis may also originate from the Hawaiian Islands. Explosive volcanic activity can cause tsunamis. The island of Molokai had a catastrophic collapse or debris avalanche over 1 million years ago. This underwater landslide likely caused tsunamis. The Helena slump on the island of Hawaii is another potential place for a large landslide and resulting tsunami. The city of Hilo on the Big Island has been most affected by tsunamis, where the inrushing water is accentuated by the shape of Hilo Bay. Coastal cities have tsunami warning sirens. A tsunami resulting from an earthquake in Chile hit the islands on February 27, 2010. It was relatively minor, but local emergency management officials utilized the latest technology and ordered evacuations in preparation for a possible major event. It was declared a good drill for the next major event by the governor. A tsunami resulting from an earthquake in Japan hit the islands on March 11, 2011. It was relatively minor, but local officials ordered evacuations in preparation for a possible major event. The tsunami caused about $1 million in damages, almost all limited to the Kona coast of the Big Island. However, due to the deep underwater trenches that surround the Hawaiian Islands, very few tsunamis reach them. Ecology. The endemic plant and animal species of the Hawaiian Islands developed in nearly complete isolation over about 70 million years. Prior to the human arrival, the only native mammals were the Hawaiian hoary bat and the Hawaiian monk seal. Human contact, first by Polynesians, introduced new trees, other plants and animals. These included voracious species such as rats and pigs, who took a heavy toll on native birds and invertebrates that evolved in the absence of such predators. The growing population also brought deforestation, forest degradation, treeless grasslands, and environmental degradation. As a result, many species which depended on forest habitats and food went extinct. As humans cleared land for farming, monocultural crop production replaced multi-species systems. The arrival of the Europeans had a significant impact, with the promotion of large-scale single-species export agriculture and livestock raising. This led to increased clearing of forests, and the development of towns, adding more species to the list of extinct animals of the Hawaiian Islands. As of 2009, many of the remaining endemic species are considered endangered. National Monument. On June 15, 2006, President George W. Bush issued a public proclamation creating Papahanaumokuakea Marine National Monument under the Antiquities Act of 1906. The monument encompasses the northwestern Hawaiian Islands and surrounding waters, forming the largest marine wildlife reserve in the world. Climate. The climate of the Hawaiian Islands is tropical, but it experiences many different climates, depending on altitude and weather. The islands receive most rainfall from the trade winds on their north and east flanks as a result of orographic precipitation. Coastal areas in general and especially the south and west flanks or leeward sides, tend to be drier. In general, the lowlands of Hawaiian Islands receive most of their precipitation during the winter months. Drier conditions generally prevail from May to September. The tropical storms, and occasional hurricanes, tend to occur from July through November. See also, Hawaii, Outline of Hawaii, Index of Hawaii-related articles, List of Hawaii birds, List of fish of Hawaii, List of otras of Hawaii, Maritime fur trade, Mountain peaks of Hawaii, Hawaii Inter-Island Cable System, references. Further reading, Morgan, Joseph. Of Volcanic Landforms. Hawaiʻi, A Unique Geography. Honolulu, Hawaii, Best Press. ISBN A1-57306-021-6, an integrated information website focused on the Hawaiian archipelago from the Pacific Region Integrated Data Enterprise. MacDonald, G.A., A.T. Abbott, and F.L. Peterson. 1984. Volcanoes in the Sea. The Geology of Hawaii, 2nd edition. University of Hawaii Press, Honolulu. 517 pp. The Ocean Atlas of Hawaii I, SOEST at University of Hawaii. Hawaiian Volcanoes, Introduction. Volcano World. Your world is erupting. Corvallis, Oregon, USA, Department of Geosciences, Oregon State University College of Science. Retrieved May 12, 2012 A.